Ainda se pode pedir pobre. Papai Joma, você bombe. Eu é papai Joma, você bombe, muje, eu quero tio, por aquele. Demo jo, bater jo, demo jana, bater jo, demo jo, bater jo, demo jana, bater jo, West Sonic, West Sonic, go back. West Sonic, West Sonic.
Eva K. Ban, you are watching BCTV. BCTV, television for all.
Colonial Steve Les here. You guys are highly welcome to Mobile Power. People of Pequeno City, keep following BCTV.
Share one quality food leader in Grand Bassa County. Please watching BCTV.
Hi, wherever you are viewing this broadcast, this is Buchanan Community Television. We are located on the Preston Street, Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, and the program you're tuning to is Root and Rhythm. So Root and Rhythm has been around carrying some live event, doing some interviews. But today we're going to be looking at other key things that Root and Rhythms will be covering. So we are not really looking at, we don't have a guessing studio now to interact, but we are now trying to lay the premise. So those of you out there, those of you watching can know exactly that every Monday and every Friday at about 5 to 6, there will be some training issues about Basa, our roots and our rhythm, our songs, our cultural heritage. We'll be promoting some of them on our platform. We'll be digging out the history. Now, this is not a political platform. It is squarely designed for the promotion of Basa heritage, the promotion of bringing people who have ambition, who have some level of contribution they want to give back to society. These are people that will be looking at, will be going after. So today, Root and Rhythm of Basa is about to give you the overall, we're about to give you the overall review of what we will get involved into, our focus and our goal. Because in life, if you don't have a goal, your establishment, so that we will stay with you. We have come so that we impact you. We have come so that we unearth things that you don't know of. It is part of your history so that you can live with those things. So Root and Rhythm of Basa is a television. So Root and Rhythm is focused on, number one, to promote and preserve the rich cultural heritage of the Basa people through music, dance, storytelling, and oral traditions. So Root and Rhythm first foremost focus is to promote and preserve the rich cultural heritage. So we have come to promote Basa heritage, to tell the people, to tell the world what about, where we came from, who are we, what are our culture, what are our norms, what are our practices, what are our songs, what are those. We'll be bringing stories from the inner land, stories from the interior side, stories from elders, histories concerning Basa, concerning towns, concerning villages, how they were established, and who were the founding members of the village, and what brought them to that place. What was the cause for them to really settle in that place? What their practice? How are they planning their cultural activity alongside with Christianity? So very big and good platform that I want every listeners and everyone that watching me to take it very serious every Monday and every Friday. Sharp 5 to 6. It will be a 1-hour program that will be coming your way. And our first focus is to promote and preserve the Basa heritage, the rich cultural heritage of the Basa people through music, through dance, through storytelling, and the most important part, oral tradition. So you will see that when it comes to music, how are we going to do it? There are a lot of, right? We have the traditional aspect of music, right? And then we have the Western of music, and then we have our contemporary Liberian style of singing, right? So you will see that on this platform, there will come a time that we'll start to have some level of competition to unearth talents. We'll be bringing talent to the public, to the Osa community, so they can know that it is not just all about politics. It's not just all about destruction. It's not just all about bar morphine, but it's about construction, development, and most importantly, human resource development. So we'll be looking at music, we'll be looking at dance, we'll be looking at art. And when we're talking about art, what are those things that we get ourselves involved in with as Baso people, right? The Basonians, they are people who believe in farming, right? They believe in farming. They are not too much the kind of person who is found in fishing too much. Yes, they fish, but their fishing is with the cold side, focus on the sea, right? So we'll be bringing you those things that make them unique as a Basel people. Then we also will be looking at our focus number 2 will be to create a platform where local talents can showcase their artistry from traditional drumming to contemporary cultural expressions. So we will be taking this particular platform not just on politics. No, as I said, it is squarely about development. And let me just inform the public that we had a flyer up that today, this kind of hour, Honorable Gabe was supposed to be in studio with me so that we discuss developmental issues of BASA. And, but I got some information that he's tight with major schedules. So he will inform me at a later date that we'll have him on the platform. Our focus number 2 will be to create a platform where local talents will be showcased. They will be showcasing their artistry, how they operate, how they carry out their functions, right? So number 3 will be to educate the younger generation about the values, identity, and the legacy of the Basel culture. If you look at our younger generation today, we lack informations based on our orientation, our present day orientation, right? Back then, I can remember when I was much younger, I learned how to farm, I learned how to set trap, I learned how to fish using the hook, I learned how to fish using the basket, using what the Basel people call debo, right? It is another fence, but you cross it into the water, right? And you have the various baskets attached to that particular fence, and you use it to catch fish from the water, right? And then we have our hunting activity where we go and set the various types of trap, right? We got it one they call the Girimba Point, we get it one they call Flemba, we get it one they call the different types of trap that you set to be able to catch animals, birds, and then we have a way of making our farm, right? We have sometimes three, some other people who are very strong, they got like 3 different types of farming seasons, yeah, in our setting. I mean, when I was like younger and in the interior, we have a time where you have to brush for your cassava farm. It's just a little parcel of land, you clear it, and then you plant your cassava. That is far different from your major farming season, right? And then you have what they call the pepper or the Benesi farm or the mixed vegetable farms. Then before you have your annual production farming. So we will be looking at those things and bringing it to the attention of the younger generation. We'll also be telling them how the older people used to play. Nowadays, the younger generation, there's no play about them. They don't know about play. All they know about is how to drink, how to get on the beer table, and how to form relationship. That's the only thing that everybody attention is to. But the Basel as a whole, Basel as a tradition, is a place where you will see the elders having their time to celebrate. We used to have the elders' day, and normally it used to be when the moon is shining, right? When the moon is shining, it gave room for a lot of things, a lot of play to go on in the interior. You will see that today they will say, well, okay, we are having what they call ball, right? I will try to find the English name of these things to pass on to you. But we will be giving you these, the historical things so that you will be able to understand exactly where we come from, who we are, and what we need to do to correct. But let's just take a musical break, a short break, and when we are back, we'll give you our focus and our goal. I'm Jonathan Vian. Keep watching.
everybody. This is today that we're not see, and I am so pleased to be the CEO and to bring out one of the kind of best TV stations.
City S. Kumar Jr. to tell us at the Google Business Center. And keep watching BCTV. Follow like and share everything and get more information from BCTV. Colonial Steve Bless Research. You guys are highly welcome to Mobile Power. People of Pequeno City, keep following BCTV.
Share one quality food leader in Grand Bassa County. Please watching BCTV.
Hello, I'm Eva K. Ban. You are watching BCTV. BCTV, television for all.
For premier bomu there be ni abi enye mo make e gide kwa be je wo go bi ka be bo eso bru oke there be pa bo eso bru boy be ga yi tu bi re ke mo ma fi ki oji no bo eso pa ga mu yinde ade pe na fre be o de maji ti be bo eso na ma ti ji pa be wa dam ma ti fre mo e de abrega je fi re ke o so ade de fi mo fre ji ka yi te ka mo ma di bo free ke moro kable koma wata the other plan branch di that was the but or a certain mayor them of like you are paying there or tag was di more block or jeboje yo me wala inspector mo bro mo wo biye or tag jawab moye o ma tomo tiri woko de ba jere pani yani te wa be kapa yi e te ma ni yo kwa we te wa ko yani ka be ni abo te ye liga on bato ni ba send di ti joma se de BCTV then the best of braga mo e no le ka ni tiri woko e de ade aso ke ji ba ke de be ta sa ye kiri won fre be oni de ma ti be na fe be te best of pa mu ye de na ye ye amunna ni be ke de ba ne jwa mu ye be ke di ani ke be ba ta ma de ojeji kede wa kede pe oseni ji tiri wo fre be amon na pe no ne gbeso pa mo ba da Thomas Trigger eji emu paroseni be ge na yo ti je mo ibe ko ke jira ge na se ba ni mo tiri wo gwe mo ba te wi ba be ji mo tiri wo gwe de ba te be ate ji mo tiri wo le ko wa pe de plebo ke ba sare ma ge jare de plebo mu ke ba ja pie ke wi o ja na ni ji bege na o be ma buru nyobe le ni ja mo we kala ni ja mo we mo je yi wo be de ja be ja ge de wo bege gbe so pa je ke ni be ba so bu o be ja ja mo bege de be che ani mo ye de ma di bo pri de be mo de pre na pre be ni wo gbe so pa ga mo e to ni ma ge gbe so bu o ji ma nya ye ani mo na je ti be mo wo on 1957, in carbon 1966, more. For him, mighty go, you better put it. Ni Maladi, ni Bon Nepagini, and Guaji, Kaka, where Tim Samo, Zajo. Ma, there on the Manabrago, Ọ̀dáǹsì àwòpá tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n dàbí dábúrò àmọ́ ẹ̀ ọ̀nyúwé kí wọ́n dìbò ọ̀gá ọ̀pá fún kéèsì ẹ̀jẹ̀ abẹ́yìn kéèyàn lè yẹ lẹ́bàá mọ̀ ẹ̀yẹ mọ̀ tó bẹ̀ ọ̀kẹ́ lẹ́ka kàmì bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kejì ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn mọ̀ yíya ni ìṣòwò kéèkà wọ́n ní sí ẹ̀yẹ mọ̀ ọ́yà kàwọ́n ní mọ̀ ọ́yẹ tẹ̀wọ́n náà ọmọ pọ̀ ọ̀gbọ́n ọmọ mọ̀ lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ̀ náà gbàgbé bẹ́ẹ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹ wíyọ wọ́n tẹ́ wúrọ̀ jẹ̀dí.
Hi, welcome. This is Jonathan Morris Vayan, your host, and the platform you are on now is Roots and Rhythm. Roots and Rhythm is a 1-hour television talk show brought to you every Monday and Friday, 5 to 6 o'clock. Firstly, let me apologize to my listening audience and those watching me that we are not able to get our guest that you just saw his flyer. We're not able to get him on the platform today due to major engagement. You know, they are government officials and they have some national courts. So he gave us his excuse and he said that in subsequent days, he will tell us exactly when he will be with us on this platform. So we want to use this time, this opportunity to explain the platform so that people who are watching, you who watching me, so you will know exactly what this platform is all about and what we are about to run after. Now, all of the major platforms in Basel are created for politics, for hate messages, but we decide to go another way around because we know that there are a lot of things that the public need to know. There are a lot of things that the community need to understand. They need to experience. They need to have a flashback. So Roots and Rhythm of Basa is a BCTV initiative, Bikana Community Television own initiative. And the focus of this particular initiative is one, to promote and preserve the rich cultural heritage of the Basa people through music, dance, storytelling, and oral traditions. That is to say that Root and Rhythm is a platform designed to promote and to preserve our Basa heritage. We have a culture, we have a tradition, we have a behavior, we have a dress code, we have an attitude, a behavior. So this platform is about to teach the younger generation the platform that we are mixing, whether we're mixing something or whether we on path, we're about to check, to do a counter check to see whether those that live in the 60s, in the 50s, in the 70s, and in the 80s, and in the 90s, whether there's a change in our lifestyle, or whether we are still on path, or whether we are forgetting some things. And if we are forgetting some things, what are the basic requirements that we can so that we can be able to bring back those cultural values? Because as a people, even the children of Israel, they have culture, they have tradition. So even in the Bible did not condemn tradition nor culture. No, it is the people's way of life, and that must be respected both spiritually and physically. So BCTV initiative now is to tell you exactly who we are as Basel people, where we're from, and where we're intending to go. So you see that we in time past a been like, oh, you know, when you leave from the interior, you come to the city side. I'm going back because we go back down there. The people will say, you know, blah, 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 they will start finding all kind of fault, right? Likewise, when other people leave from here and travel to the diaspora, they have that concept that, hey, when I go back home, my people will kill me. That's a fact. That's how we've been living. So for that reason, we disconnect ourselves from the culture and the practical aspect of our lives. But then we have come again to see that no, we are losing grip. We are losing ground. We need to get back. We need to go back home. We need to go and connect ourselves with our people to understand how life has been and whether we are on path with them or whether there's something we need to renew and to bring back to the platform. So we are there to create a platform where local talents can be showcased. We'll be, bringing some talents that you long for way back, right? There are people that are gifted right in the interior, right here, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1. They are there, and those people got the talent. They got the talent. They got traditionally, they know it. To tell the story, they know it. They know how to tell stories. So we'll be bringing you those things to you so that we can be able to recall, to reconnect ourselves and get back soon. Then our third focus is to educate the younger generation about the values, identity, and legacy of the Bassa culture. And let me tell you, Bassa is a very unique language. I love it so much. That is the reason why this talk show will have to dive deeply into Bassa music and its language. I can speak the Bassa very well. I may not go to school for the Bassa, but my dad taught me, and I was able to sit by him on many occasions to learn a bit by bit and how to speak it, right? So we'll be telling you how the Bassa people used to make the farm. We'll be telling you, you'll be seeing some of those live things. We'll bring it to you live, right? Today, we are just about to give you the overall review or the overall focus of what we are into, what we are about to dive into. We're not there for politics. No, we are there to bring to life those things that will make us get valued, that will make us gain prestige, that will make us to be that person that somebody out there can hold on to, can trust, can rely on. That it will not be, no, I mean, you put your money down there, those people that are politicking people, they will damage you. No, it is not the Bassa people. And that thing, we have to debunk it. We have to stand against it. The younger generation, they are spoiling the culture and tradition of our people. Yeah, because the culture and tradition of our people demands that when the elders are there, the younger ones must obey. But now, no, it's not like that. It is the younger ones that are demanding respect. And so we'll go and unleash this information and bring it back to us so that it can be a refresher. Because, human mind, anything that you don't put there, you will not know it, right? And even when you put it there and you are not refreshing the brain all of the time, you will find out that you will forget. You will soon forget. And that's the reason why those who are married and after 10, 15 years, they tend to call one another brother and sister. But in reality, there's no brother and sister in a home called marriage. The same way you're met as fresh, where I used to say Jew and sweetheart, that's how it should be. So that's how the culture should be. We shouldn't forget it. We shouldn't turn it. We shouldn't dilute it. Let's hold it to the peak. Let's hold it to the peak. So we'll be looking at few goals that we hope to achieve. Our achievable goals. And what are some of the achievable goals? One is culture preservation. We want to preserve our culture. We want to do a documentary. We want to document and broadcast artistic Bassa traditions, ensuring they are passed down to future generations. So this platform is squarely designed to dig out histories, not just to dig it out, but to document it, right? To document it and to broadcast it so that these historical lessons or moral teachings can be a guide to future generations. So that the goal number 2 is talent promotion. And I love this part. We will provide visibility for local musicians, dancers, poets, and cultural performers. We're going to fight it. We know that it is difficult. We got a lot of constraints when it comes to road connectivity. When it comes to mobility, it's difficult for us. But we are believing in God that we will have the mobile and we'll go into the various villages and bring out those historical or musical or dancing, no act, no poets, no way of doing things. We'll bring it to you so that you will be able to say, oh yeah. Like the old ladies that a long time they have not heard some of these stories, right? Like we'll bring some of the puppet in here where they will be saying, nobody how I want it, the kind of storytelling, right? Okay. Or we'll be doing some you, right? We send it to the public and then we do that interaction, which will be very unique, and you will learn something from it. You will learn a great lesson that will have impact. So we will be promoting talent. Now, on the promotion of talent now, then there will have a broader picture. There you will see talent hunt will start coming into play. So you will see that at the year draw nigh, when we'll be going around December, you will notice that we'll start bringing on talent hunt. We'll be looking for young voices. We'll be looking for early poets that are able to give some poets to us. Traditional poets, traditional performance, cultural activities. We'll be breaking it live on the platform. So it's a very big platform that we want you. We want your support. We know that we cannot make it. We know that we can make it. And we know the starting is difficult, but we know that through that, through your help and our effort, we can achieve the achievables. And then count number 3 is we'll be doing community engagement. The community engagement is where we will be engaging the various towns. Like, for example, I have a pending interview, in-depth interview. It will be like maybe an hour or an hour plus, but we'll do it bit by bit. When we shall have collected all the informations, we'll give it to the public bit by bit, sections by sections. So we're trying to dig out how Buchanan City was formed. So you see, those now that are watching me, right? If you know that you have information about your community, about your town, about your village, how it was formed, those elders or those young guys that came together there, though they are the first men that ever brought that idea to move there and make farm and turn it to a village. And then later on, he had 1 or 2 friends coming and joining him. We will need those informations from you because we want to know where we come from. There are a lot of trouble in our lives today. People that are born in Basel, they don't know where they come from. Some of you that are watching me, you don't know where you come from. When even if our opportune to see you face to face and I ask you, Nana, have you seen your home? You tell me no. But we need to know those areas. So you will be surprised one day that you will see Boron Wisdom. Where in River says, huh? You will see Sultan. You will see Disontan. You will see compound number 3. You will see number 2, silver compound, how it was formed. These informations. This is our focus. For Roots and Rhythm, we are there to bring you traditional activities for Basa. So we take a short musical break, and when we are right back, we'll give you the remaining areas of our achievables, our goal to be achieved. Then we'll be giving our parting statement.
Hello, I'm Eva K. Ban. You are watching BCTV. BCTV, television for all.
Fashion, lifestyle, movies, music, religion, education, documentary, health, sports, all on BCTV. We add the flavor to your events.
Yo, what's up, guys? I ask all of my fans and friends to follow BCTV.
We have been, I did it to care.
Yes, my brother. Yes, brother. I came from the bush.
So
Our door now is open for business.
Okay, welcome back. And I'm Jonathan, the host of Root and Rhythm. And this is a 1 hour television talk show that is to come to your doorpost every Monday and every Friday, 5 to 6 p.m. in the evening. The Basel people will call it wheel door, right? But we will call it Roots and Rhythm, meaning we are going to look at our root, where we come from, and our activities, what make us unique as a Basa people. So welcome again. And then we were in speech, and I was giving you the overall right view. Now we are at our achievable goals, right? And goal number 1 was we'll be doing a documentary, meaning cultural preservation. We document and broadcast artistic Basel tradition, ensuring they are passed down to future generations. And then we'll talk about talent promotion. So thirdly, we'll be deep diving into community engagement. And there where historical facts will be coming up. There where you will know how Sulu was established, how Zono mission was established, how Guyana, what the word Guyana means. So you see, this is a very good platform that I am looking up to you, that you and I can work together to get our Basel documentary done. And trust me, we are going to start as soon as possible to start bringing you elders. We started with just engaging other stakeholders in the city. We talked with the land administrator for Grand Bassa County, and he was speaking his own side of the story, how land is being processed under this leadership in our modern time. How do we acquire land? What are the rules? What are the laws? What are the do and don'ts and all of that? And then today we should have paid host to our honorable city major, because I wanted to really talk with him to see the level of impact he's making with his people. What is that? How is the communication between he and his people fluent? What are those things that he think he need to address further? So, but due to stake major engagements, he gave his excuse, and he said in subsequent time he will join me. So today again we are and community engagement is one of the major things, because video or the television is there to make sure that the community, what affect the community or what the community need to know, is transparently done. So we will have that community engagement, fostering unity by involving school, churches, and community groups in cultural exhibitions. So it is not just only town, villages, and things. We will be looking at institutions, how they came into being, what are their challenges, what help they will want for other people to do for them, what's their goal, what they're thinking on, what they want to be for 10 years. So then we'll be looking at tourism, which is one of the major focus of us, tourism and economic. Many will be attracting cultural tourism and open opportunities for cultural products, artifacts, and performances to generate income. So we is something that we bring into you to sell. It's an idea we're giving to you to sell. And we know that with your support, with your getting to us, and we get into the community, we both can have a good achievement. So we'll be looking at tourism, and which entails us unleashing the natural beauty of Grand Bassa County. Despite some infrastructures and other things, we'll be looking at the natural heritage. What Bassa holds? What can we boast of? And what do we have? Mountain? What do we have? Rock? What do we have? River? What do we have? Some natural things that the world need to know. We'll be bringing that to your doorpost, and then we'll be doing education in the place. We'll use BCTV as an educational tool to teach the language, songs, and value of our Bassa people. And trust me, we started already active Bassa program now, right? And that Bassa program is called Boroji, meaning our home business, and is being controlled and being hosted by one of our greatest son of Bassa. They call him Sam DG Yoman. He speaks the Bassa without mistake. And so we will be having some long interaction with these people, with some elders, with people, to see how we can start teaching you the Bassa, right? So they will come, we'll be teaching you Bassa. So in Bassa, they say morning. We'll be doing all that, so that you don't know when you are leaving from your country. You watching me maybe from Europe. You watching me maybe America. You watching me maybe from Canada. You watching me maybe from Turkey, and you don't know our language. But I can assure you that if you follow our platform, in a short time, you will soon be like us, and all of us will understand one another and will relate to one another. So weekly, we'll broadcast Roots and Rhythm of Bassa TV, featuring live performances, interviews, and cultural discussions. Establishments of the Bassa culture, active archives, digital and physical, for research, education, and entertainment. Will also be discovery. Will be also be running after discovery and promotion of the lists, right? 20 new cultural talents annually. So we'll be targeting 20 new cultural. We'll be chasing them. We'll document them, that within a period of 1 year, we'll have like 20 new cultural talents that will be giving out to the public, right? Through auditions, showcasing, and then we'll also increase participation of youth in cultural activities, reducing delinquency, and promoting identity proud. So I'm a Bassa man. I'm a Bassa man. I'm a proud that taught me how to speak Bassa. I must be proud that I'm a son of the soil. I must be proud that my dialect is that unique, and God made it so uniquely that we are just unique. We are just a unique breed. I love it. So we'll be teaching people how to what they are. We'll not be telling you fake it. No, we'll tell you do it because it is your time. Yeah, we'll be telling you do it because it is your time. And lastly, we'll be having partnership with locals and international culture organizations to support festival, training workshops, and tourism now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Roots and Rhythm is a very unique platform that has been initiated by Buchanan Community Television, and we are situated right on Preston Street. I am your host and presenter, Jonathan Morris Vanya. Thank you so much for joining me, and please don't forget, Monday 5 o'clock to 6, we'll be here again with another fresh edition of Roots and Rhythm. Until then, see you. God bless you.
Kale boti blenga jira ge be nge nja moni ne be nke abro je o do be ni pa de de ke kon be nge anje ni mage tira ke du be ke be se nyo za boti blenga jira ke cheke se mane jebo mamba ne abre kuni ya ne ma de be abe pe ake pa de de ke kompora na ma jebo na ke aja de die be de bombi o sen ke gra ge ne mo mu pa mo do para de be ne mu pasa pro ye nye c'est pas de parler de la condiga senti jo ma jadre ni de be ben uru go ma de be okpa jage ji eke be mo nyon se be ni aka nja mu wen be moin be huri sena ke amokpa ju adre ke de pa yon brabo ke ose abo we ro pe be pa ju adre ke okere we ji eke mo nyon be ni anja mu wen mo be ngere to ora ke ge c'est pas de okparabo bia bi no de rabri bra ke kon ndu mati ke pamajiti e no de ba so bra ke kon amuma de ni bonkrin aso ni bonkrin yen amute amure bro de bala juro wen aso bro amure bi bro kon de bala ti abri e aso wo sene amuborasa ke azide ke achara kwade ke jiri e àwọn ipa jigede apa je apa mo dokinbiri nje oso dokinbiri akole ni bohinde debege anamaga bunna àwọn asebe ake mo bo pidi mo ke amu be de be oneno abrege mo pa àwọn ake ndie be boja ge yi juwo ka be bru oge ni juwa mo sonyo yen ke sena ke mo ke te ben ke mo huipon be mo se be ni nja mo wen be ke dora ke bo lu to e enpo be huide juwo ke ba ke sufen ne be amu de be ke ba nso abapare mo ne de jobo ne pe yo boaji nyi apere bo sen apama nyo ho mo abara ne ko asoji amunyanyo be be wase mo ga na ide kon je wa je ide kon de wa hu pare di kene su ho nyo ga mo ne chien ke be benja dre de pa gre da kon ke bro bijara ne suwo ara ja te be ake bro bi kon nyore amone fun ho ga to de se be amura ko nzanya mo gre po ke be ga mo nkan aso achi se ni ala ka be ni market gre be nke aba hasetin be amokpura ke on number fune be ni de jodi yen ojinja mo ni oga family 16 be ni de mo ge be yin osa be ge be huigbon ose dun ke akpo be ni jodi be wala jura boa ke wajinja mo ni mo ge be yin osa de juo ke ba ke sufren ni en chen be bo take ha ti se me ne mo jadri yen be jemo ni be ge be chichen de pa de akon se pa ni de sensen be ni de kwa nwen de bru okun en sere ni ke mo be ge britan de jiku okun be ga aboto ni aka kun zain de abri rumu se pa ni ga do ni nyu de pidi ju pe piji os nyato se nyu ni adapo meji puna ba jeke juda boa be ni ju odin be ni senjoma oni do oke o pàdé ya kon ni mo mobe nke bo pasonto ye kan senkwin be mbe ni kwa be mobe senjo maka ko zande ba so bu mo tuwe de a ni popo bo mu bo ba po ra ga jiji ke njuwa ye mo njuwa je tore ni wuore chi ya ga de to amawru zan be broge won ke mo ke de ge be ge broge na nyo sensem be oni gbe mu bo nyo pe bi broge biye so ne druge ya pate yire gbe sensem be ba broge ji be ajua nyo pe bi bro mo mo ge be sese nyoza maponyo kabranyo ni de gbe mu wani kabranyo de be na supitene ke meyo be nyo ka sebe ni dige azabe nyo ga mo yuhi omo tibenge ba sonye be ni pa jire dia be onino ganji chiri won ko benge agama ikeju amoni insuwo benge bo abojire sena ge akwen wuru ya be ajabo mbo omo de chinchin be onino abribra ga mo ma ji tie ke inje de chimbo na mo kwen para be ke wani no le so gbara ge so benge bo ji se bi mo kpanyon bo bara enchu oge wapo de chimbo na mo kwen para be kenjiro jin ni gbogbogbo ya diji kede kpabwe mu anyobe ni ne gbe ero mu en wase mu amu ipan be wa giwa ga ke de treatment ni ge onno jin ke dabu bi okay abasa bi okay wase mu be wa ke okay de treatment de to ade chembo ni na de abribra ga kun wasa wuru kon ke wada ojiri ti kinkin jun be ni juo okay de chembo mu de chembo mu ni se kabaji do pe mo fu omo pigi kemo pigi ejuwa be jare oji mui waduo onyineji ko pore jikuru okun ke omo de checheke oju be oke de che de be munyun omo dochu be ne juwa ga mo po be wa ka yi jo de chembo mo mbrega don sakurabri be ne juwa ga konyina be ga paun ni mbrega don be adam bage de be mo myon ni don de de chinjoni bo be wa deji be wa dan jikuru wa dan kape boke soro chu be wa dan penso ge mo ni oge mbege don education wa muruto nje do ni goma be so senie wa chi bo di deje sepane juo de be wa be so doro pojua ba so je wa ye mo ga wa nyui ni wa be ge dedi gomna oture di de emute kenyima boji sebri kere boji sebri oge wa be de chembo no moji mede ti be so boji sebri emu ke de wada pi obramo ensi boge mo de wada budu ambri wa be de chembo de ensi ke mo de wada griyo so wa be de chembo de ensi ke de wada kambo bri emu de kenje de chembo de ma yene nyobio agoma be wa fon be adube ni na blibra ga mo wa ge deche ke amoju mu yan de be asia mo amu ipan be aga adube ke to wa ge deche gomna fon wi simply be deche che ni no abra ga ko o ke boy taba ke ataba boyi ti be na ye so enjire ti be na de yan ko ama de dede ke mo de ni bon krin enye ka report reji that open babo on the chamber ro him boson ke mo neji mo pero fa mission ke mo neji ni dagoda jama de seso mi o mo ni bon fin wa ti ba fo fun mu entere ji kenje de chinchin ni deke wa de chamber ni deke ke de bu okun jube ni le wa para ni de chin Ken enzi. Ken dembe njire. Enji japabli. Tibana japabli njire. Wabe de tembon mojinde. Kaba ninja muwe. Kuri na de daga boemo. Bora ke ajin dero bochini. Amo be ga yiwo. Gejere pa. De pa de diakon. Be jeje. De be ne bonam. Bo ba bora ge jije. Be ajam bojani. Gona waranyu. Asa dake me bora ge njie. Pasapruwe. Be ga yiwo. Tibane ora wiye chenye. Njama bo wiye ge njama. Moni nyu kabie. C'est pas à mon idée que c'est bien que tu gagnes kabie nyu ni adoge nyu du sabolu tu amu. Wa c'est de dire pas amu. C'est pas na kabie nyu ni de ben ya ka chenye o c'est de ba ge wiye pa. Atie kabia ni nja mo mwe. Mo be dia ge. Tu gana wuruteni ni je fofo komuni de be mama benke de temen garu wuru mage. Awo mo mo jan. Bege je passa prueta bon miopo ya bi bege yiwo kabe sem gara we gabu wajuma de semene bonna wen bo ba pora ge tije omo jaaye ke ba hotesin ni ruwa de mogi amboche kabe enaba nge nwo de pora ge kwanyo be oke nya passa prue de bruga yiwo de chenchen no bro amwe be mo nyobe ne bro di amwe okay akonna nyobe ba da goma amo age be ba be de chenchen no be ka ba bo den taba se pare ni juwa yi de chin o se dondoje ni juwa yi de chin o se dondoje ni juwa yi de chin ọmọ bro abi je josa nyi ma bọ ka ma press bo bro ga bi ka wen o se ma de chen bo dondo bi tu ga se ma de chen na se ma press ko anyo be mu o friend ma de wi mu bi abwe ma di wi ga wi asaba de na je de ya be nju wa be mo nju wa je bi asawa je de ya be nyu mu wi ma di ga wi bara bobri ya taba kodu guru ya pomomro be amadi ya ge akewa denne ba ge che ro che ba ge de che se bare ma du de che ani sede mumma soke tanyene down ma kiki ngo ina mo down mo griga te be ko ma le jua bono omo ba so bra ga mama oma kebra oba achara kwa kama gbeso buru ge ode be wala major ge ma tinde kyo na ma gbeso buru ge bo ti go kuri ke nyo be wa be ma ni ga wuru anye wa da ma ni se pare je pe vraiment ni nyo sense be wa je nya wa denga se be de be ambre anje ma soni be mo nge jechenie omo mapo nyo bi oke ka bra nyo bi oke wane nyo fre be one pe yimu bo abri bra ga bi be wadane nyinomri kanga lore be omo send protect we dey send protect omo mapo nyo sense be wane true be true come on mu nde pe ponyo de pression bo nje ni omo ma ke onyi gbeson yi ga fren be wa po ma de ke wa ru anye wa saju wa se be da wa gba ge o chinde o se ma de popo yi mi o se ni dandan de nsi o se na fofo de nsi ke onne ke ba wa nyun ke chinde ke ama buru ge onyo po yin ni be ni pe mu e je ma tani ọmọ nye mo nebe adama eri joti seli ge be ma ke buru ga penju afre bo son bara bo ti sunkuni Mane maji ben gwenye de ben die ke mu. Akeda de mu e. Zoin dia india babun badru ni yu. Hamu ben agene mo la gapo. Buane mo gwen yiche. Nene nyo maji bo ba dia du I pran. Be age bo akumu. Be bo le na mo gwen yiche. Yati ben mo maro ni ju. Be ahwe. Ahwo de bo. De chi de bo. De bo mu e. Waja ahwo ne pa ni ngba bara yisru e. Keni juda ge gani depoy. Deni nyun. Mo ben we ma ju e. Ga be ju be ne chua ko e. Mo ge be la ge ba ju ge. Wa ke ba de tumi. Ba bo den taba. Se pa ne ju de chini. O se ndondo bi. Keni mo se wo ye se mu. E ba be. Agomra nyun de chenje onya fre ke afen kwa bo ya bi. We ga pe kapa you ga to. Mo ni ju oja de cha mo ja adan school fee ye gomra ja bri. Se para mo ya ke de chen. Mo yo le ja mo won. Mo ga ge. Gomra ga se bo sen ye wa chian ni bo ka be. Oyi ti king ju. Be ni ju oge de chenye kuri mu. Oye de chembo mo jamu omo pigi se kaba yuro pe mu be nyi won kan be gamo onyine bi popo omo pigi ara pigi ye ku enye ngoje isemo yura ga oga de chembo mo ja de chenye ni wuri be ga pe gamo wuri tiwe wa de raba se wuri ble ka wa mi ro dabani mo de be enyu ju jentie wa pre okpara tarakpa yan son medegawri de ba pe de okpara de be tarakpa se wa pe de be darabara bu medegawri wa pe de darabara se medegawri bo mi be po adro e kan jura ge de chinchin bo to e na se wuri ble do be ga mo po be ga mo zan pa ga bo mene pa de atiri won fre be wa da Thomas Street ga ko e embre wuri ni ken juke suku mo e na se wuri ble de na won mo oseju omo ki amo mion se pare ni tiro mu jin keni para ni fo mu na ko po mo pa bun tiro ni je be ni fo ke ni pa ji ta ni oyo ni pa ni bu aga ke tani dem fon ga chen na nyo so me pa ni gana be me ma ke se brere ni fo be ni anje oda ji be ko sun gwa fura ba ji ye ne fo ba ne fo bu e ba do ro nyini ade ga be ma ga na ga se na be ndi se ba de ni bo yo se ni ni ke ti ga ju ara de chi ke ara pe fre mu ni ke ara wuri yen ni omode bombi ko je be mo gomna bi oge ara ju ro yen re ita be mo gomna bi aja de bo ani be ba gomna bebe ke bo kwa son se bebe ben to e de suku bo ne kun le mu e bebe ke to amu nyoro ru mun kan ke bo mo pa de to bo ben ge je de tije prani de bo prani de kun le mu e ko na se ni wa se konkere se de ni suru tu wa ka bo wa ni tan go be ju aga de chen aga po ba bo de tme nyo de be wa mo nyobo son ni se na mo nyobo tan suku bo ba mo de chen bo ba mo ma son ke wa so kin bo ba ke mene do je nye wa be de tme nyo son okay hafo mo nyo be atu wa mi omo when so kin bo ke mo ke mene do je wa de tme ni de son ke hafo ke ni de ju ya mo chinye ji aga gomra ni be ba be nyo be kan nyo be ba to ba mi on ba ke ji be de tme nye be ke ba mo de ru yin be wa ke ba pe be ani ba ke ba do be wo ani be ba mo ya be ni brodi an ken de be de chenche mo amo be ngene bu pason to no da bri brode kon emo ge mo kambo bri na le ti emo pa de chembo ni ge de ti me ni ge oni nye okay son ge hafo so kambo bri enji griyo son de ti me ni ge on yobo tan okay hafo so griyo son nji bo ji se bri wuro de ga na ge kan je wa de che bo ni ko kro ya jeji ke de ti me ni ge o se yifo wa ble so so de kinkin bo be da ke mle yin bo mu ma je de be ni so nje mo nje be wa to wa mi on be wa ka bro obi kun anyu be ju ya ga de chen kon ma be mo de bo wa bi be wa ba so woro da je be nwa wuri je bo tabu iva juke ga be wa se de je ni de ba mo nyu wa mo suku ju ga wuri za wa mo de to man kama no bo pu be ju ga se bo ke se yi ni wa ga be mu be kapa ju ro ja ni be nge be bo pa da di bani masuku ma da de meko omo jiode e po ba so lu jiode o kon je ko be ye be diri ja ke ni mo du to yen eni jiyen ke de be mo nge ji de be mo nge fofo kon mo o gomna to bo pa son de nyo be mo nyo wa won be wa ke buru abi ko anyun ka ba nyene se di fre bo peje kon ni be ada mo volunteer rege be fun be ko ba bo pa babo en tom na nke danke mbode jide ni yin mo sen di ji yoma amode bi yo to mo ni be nge du ije de be omo pa won be nge do mo o ni ni bo so da gbogbo ni wa no bloss obli o ge bi mo ba so se be ni ndio mo ni yin mo sen di ji do mo so de pa de ba da BCTV be ni be so ko mo ti be ni ma mo bi so de cross to won die sugu bro ge mo ke wa ka ba be be sugu na yan go wa ti be ga de be pesa basketball jigi separe ni abre gomna de gomna ni sugu biye ke wa yu wa sugu jini we ni so ge teacher ti ngani ge be wa pepe ni ati ka mo de be pesa be ngelo bodu to ka be mu ja mo ni ke ni ja mo ni be ge ta ka se be ke go bro ge ni be ge so bo pa so to separe so ya se pe e mo se e ro mi be ge so yu bon be ge to wo mo ni ga e ba yo be ngai no after so le ka ja pa oh be ni da bo da bo ge mo bo oh ma would do that thing na would do that thing get here ntia bo ke ko ta ta ga na anyu yen oh do abi ason prayer anyu yen son prayer ke ko abi na anyu ko ni we dede ni so be ko da pe pe ge oh aje pe pe ati wo je yo nyoro ko se ti e be bi ko be de ko na pe yen de mo be ni pe be en je ti ya mo en se we din je le ko na kwa ke o ma biblo abi o le de chen so abda ke ko yo wa na yin yen a pon yi Fuda akani Frederick Getchinje. Now what we're going to do, we are going to bloss you, you want bloss you. All right, you I'm straight. All right. What you are we public school. So what you about teacher can I? Ordinary, you are for the temple. I can't come now for my project boy. Come like a brilliant boy. Coaching were baby, David, dear boy. Okay, they're àti ẹni APC bo ọmọ mi ò sá sùkúrú di rẹ dé àti ẹbọ kí apá ti kọjí ti sọ ní tíjẹ kùbí alọgà àmì ló mú díẹ̀ kọjí ti kọjí ẹ náà yóò hàn mọ sọ ẹmí sọǹgà àmì tá àmì yẹn mú ẹ dẹbẹ wà àti kiri. ọmọ mọ ẹ dẹbẹ ní àmọjẹ ní ọkùnrin mọ ní chíkọ jẹ ọgbọ tìrì kébì parí kẹsì àmì yẹn kọ ọdínà ní ilé dẹbọ tìrì mú bẹsẹ àmì yẹn kọ kẹ. Sukulu jiwe mbere abogabane dati nyukriye aduwana we asoni ko ba dedi ni nson so ke we pide bi bro pide da yo so mo be ke nyole pa eta mo go ko izan okay agogo boss wo sugu bi abla ka yen ajeje we pa be an sugu oh 100 galo okay Brian yen se hu yo about we down 185 odi abla ka re ke Imo kabe na ya do de ni mo wa det me go det me ni ba ba su wo oh
the king and onions is about one. Jema P. Can't you do a deputy? Can't so you know back. I'm going to never went to now, but not P. I P. I will not P. What's the copy? Subo come up here, let's do you while you go and do a chill one week. Okay, the net what they did when I blame NGO what I save the children. Save the children and Subu your PD and thing and ready for yourself. One in counted near and PD and non grandpa was that when Jerry was cheap. One way of Babu both be getting. Or you need you or you blame that Subuji. Okay, I get that one not you that prayer to win. Or definitely not to good at a moon, or you could not pay what was it was evil. I bet definitely black village, you know. Cast car and go back. Tanya, we only have to work with the command pay. So, see, aware, what for? Whatever you're bloated. Because you're bloated, you need what's like one gossip of blood in Tammy. What do I do it about my woman? Blood you get that change here, sacrifice what you like. All right, and a dog there where the nanny genius of the scene when none is in more, the POP get this sorry. I blame POP get this sorry as work as celebrate. And you GTS and you bam, into your house because it's more, you know, you are the one more of animals here, you are getting. I'm a red that one wedding. So I inch you can hear bar to a couple bad again. You'll be a robliagi, and you are getting now then. All right, so what about did it? Mama sweet summer book, where I went. They did it, broke every room. About that teaching again. All really so again. So go you best put your power. That was a good job by the bamboo. On it, you are going to the bag of the Benjamin of Gossip, you won't gossip. You won't put it again, but there's a see about you. There, what they're teaching again, you might want you. There are the bag of when it in here. Oh, my God, and your mother book is as okay. Then you won't gossip. Then you man. Ken adje pasa proué kabe de bebe enchembo asese separeni de sembe muda je no pa de ni ra ga kon omo de be okpa ke anabo pasa proué ben gaji juwo kabe akpura ke ayen wada jieke atu afeo ke anade de bebo ke aja bo kradie ajebe pare tabada looking bri den ni bonkuni ya ni won bro se bi mo ni ye be pa bo e bo ba de change ji e gra amama bo ja ne ben je se pare ni ichi anamba bro ba da CEO agabo kada na won ben ke kpora ga bo ko anyu e mo ge poji die o ke fun go to kam ultimately ni ga mo amo nande ai nande bling ke aji nani ni da moto boye o tamna da kage juga je bling ni de be ni ne brodia be mo gun yi be mo ji eji ne re bli bro ga kon se be so na da pidak ke mo ji eji e omo ma mo ja be je se pare ni mu das be mo ke mu be kere bon sa ke ni mo mu Kara ni jamu mo ke again. Se pare ni do be na won na aje ti ben je ni je be na boraza zie ke na ebio to awe bi gwan zie ke ni wo looking bri o ke so de kun bri e o yo ni won bro so bri ke do la ke de tem governor be okon ni won bro so bri school o nyon win destroy or suko wi ye de ke de maga do oge ken ti oji we de tete ni no ge ho ni so ge ara wa be de cheju 100 yaro ba yin se we ku da 185 ke o de tete o ju be de one de temo ke e de temo ni ge wo mo nyopo bara bui Yereni, detumo yo barabui. Ketanyene, orgon, nyene, on est de comme la croix. Ba ke sopo brije. Mneson to se aboe, wa de banwe, wa mo. Amo broje wu, kam broje fon. Ogina ni, be mo goma bi o. Be ni de gabo du to en. Kebe na ji enye, be mo ni de brodi awon. Mo me ge fon. Ben ge ni bo kwa son to. De ni won bro so bri o. Wa de to me grafre on bu. Be geni mona ge, embarake, nso de brogon, nso ni bonkrin, o so mo webli, tieke, ni won bro so bri sugu ge, ni mo ejiga ge to. Bo pason, bo nye beba na nyo de to nye. Ni amo yisere mi bom di. Separe ni gramuji. Ke mo bro gramuji. Be ge kwa yi mo, o ge daro nyu. Be bro ge ji wo. Juga ya ze janje nyu yi. Ni amo piji mbada ke branda ke basogro da enyu janje ni ku ne se ni so ke change njere ni jege nyua do da bo pemu do darda ni ji mu ni so ni yi ma mu ni so e basogro an ma po mi ma je chenye die gaji je ke mo ga mu chen basona wo da wala sa to abi gbo ke ase fomle dem fon ga mo chen boni ni brodia o kon tie ni bribo je ke ri so mon ko aje en fon te ke jube be gri pon yin benga ngen wure wa mo jupo mre nye mre do kwende ke tani tie danyu ko wa baba bunja anyu tere ke jube ja baba bun ke ju o soni ba da titajo ma ge onide prokoyi burukon prokinyo ni bliblo ba la lawono ge de juma ni de pari e o se te popo o se mo popo o se na kumun o se de kakuru ke nyu o che de abre tigrima de te go bra bo se somu ma yele ne ara bro go mu e oni de kun onyo ba ani de chinde de chinde mu juge njiri po yu asanzan ke ji ju oto ke ya de nyina gan ni ju o mo pe pa bi age de che ala de o che ti ba na nyo so mo pa ni ju o mo bo mo di agba be mo se be na nja mo won mo be ke lu yiti be ke von be la ju yo age de che zena ge enyi bombo de ben do be de bo mo de che o pare bo ya fe bi de cheche omo gripa bege kunna de cheche omo mo grabi o se zendo robi de akonje mo be ngene yu oto bege de che ni nyemo sem di ji yoma so no pade dia be wada baso community tv be no baso bro kun da bo gan ti ro won gripa yi mo kama ke mo je ne na mu o mara je ti de liga e chato me nyama uri po de be yi chide bo ko da ge wen ko ani mo yo ya be ko bla de ima je ni yo ni je na ko yo mo ge da ko yo ka ni da ni la ko ko ama da na yo ye be ni so pe po ko mo ya ki o
Dani àjùmọ̀ fara mọ́ ilé ìṣẹ́ ìṣẹ́ náà ìlú ẹ̀ka.
de ada so ko so
One more is there, more when I want my then, yeah, when you up on the why you country? Ready the simple. Come on, brother, I bet you live on. Never have to be where we are. I never knew my brother. I brother, they were money, and they were
some relationship with neighbor. It when they with the GB. So I had an opportunity to have a nice to my head.
Why it takes as it relates to labor activities and you were with the person and just toward the plow factory. Show us what you of the area.
Look, from the standpoint of the Ministry of Labor, we have been we mandated to carry on the aspirations of the president. About 2 weeks ago, the president mandated the Ministry of Labor to audit all work permits in the hands of foreigners in this country. The reason for that is he thinks that we can do more to create job opportunities for Liberians. You know, when I received that document, I was happy in the sense that, look, I sit in the office. People apply for work permit, say, machine specialists. Some would say, chemist, all kinds of technical names. So I was trying the work permit. When the president had there, and I agree with him, let's go on the field. So if somebody processed work permit for chemists, if we went out there and discovered that this man is washing car, we would revoke that work permit and ask if we want to go NTI. Because that's not what we Liberians, we have people here who can do such a job. The important thing about it is that decent work know that we do not have provision listing work exclusively set aside. I think the reason for that is Nigeria is a founding member of it, and our decent work contributed to the production. So they did not want any provision in there that would contravene Convention 111 that was promulgated in 1958. So, but we, as administrator, we have some level of discretionary power to review these and say, look, this kind of job is available to us. We cannot have foreigners to do this. Then we intend to do it across the country in the next 6 months, beginning next month, to make sure that we cover everything. Because it's important. It's important for all to have. Once these things are done, and you will find opportunity for most of our young people, maybe the question of the souls, will begin to forget about it gradually. So again, I think we're glad that the president has the young people ahead, and whatever he thinks that we can do to keep our young people focused, we're prepared to do that.
Minister, I want to bring this to your attention. Recently, there was a communication from members of the House of Senate inviting you to answer questions on occasion that you offer 8,000 jobs to non-Liberians that meant for Liberians. What can you say to this?
Again, the Senate matter is still before the Senate. I don't want to make a point of argument, but what is currently before the Senate is that they wanted us to do the different categories of work permit. We did the categories of work permit and gave it to them. They said they want further individual who receive work permit for us, but the job classification. Unfortunately, at the time I appeared, the system that we took over has said the setup only have vision for certain categories, which we give them. But said they want an individual name and the job for which they were issued work permit. We have a system now. We have a system for the expert. They have put the necessary mechanism together, and we are almost done with the production of what they want. And I think, and let me say this: that I think the members of the committee in my mind, meanwhile, we need to work together to improve our system. Those, all of the senators that were there are members of the committee, the Senate Committee on Labor. They have a right to ask a question on what we can do to improve our system. And sometimes some of these good intention, when it gets to the press, large misrepresentation. I saw a headline that said, "Oh, Minister of Labor said it well. Minister they were giving our job." I tell you, when we took over, this economy was running already. Nothing here was shut down. Medicine was there, Beer Martin was there. All these people hired and brought technical people to operate these mines. Some from Zambia, some from South Africa. I think. So when we took over, you can take over as a new government to say, well, look, we are canceling all work permit. We need to study the situation and have appropriate action along just this year to go. We have to make those decisions that represent responsible governance. That's what we're doing, and we intend to do that all along. Last year, most of the work permit that passed through offices were renewed because people are already here, they have work permit in possession. So every year you have to renew. So most of the 75% of the work permit were renewed. And the 25% represented people that will get new work permit too. What it means, and then those new work permit that we initiated, the total was 2,484. So you can imagine it was not 8,000. But the Senate have the right to know. We intend to work with them to give them all of the answers they want.
So you go there June 3?
I'll go there before June 3.
Well, just like my counterpart said, I think we're very excited about what obtained today in Basel. The fact that we are beginning to basically respond positively to what is clearly articulated in the arrest agenda for inclusive development, which basically speaks to the issue of value addition, which speaks to the issue of economic diversification, which speaks to the issue of export development. I think coming to Basel was no mistake, and I think it's in the right direction.
You in the Basel County, you visited the dedication, the ceremony of the you've been here for the dedication of the facility. Even the angle of the Ministry of Commerce, what does it mean for your institution?
It means a whole lot. The Ministry of Commerce has a sort of statutory role to sort of grow the private sector of this nation. And today, when you look at the special agro-processing zone, the intent is actually to make sure the made in Liberia concept is brought to reality. Because once the special agro-processing zone comes alive, we will see a sort of transformation in the agriculture sector, where agri products will now be transformed into finished products and now sort of leverage to take advantage of the export market in the region, in the ECOWAS region, in Africa as a whole. And the good thing about it is that Africa has already made available the platform to make that happen. And like I spoke today, we have the African Continental Free Trade Area that has a market size of 1.3 billion people. That's a huge market. What we have observed over time is that we have not leveraged the potential of actually trading amongst ourselves in Africa, but traded a lot at the global level. So the intra-Africa, the African Continental Free Trade Area provides that opportunity. And we also have the ECOWAS region that also has a huge market size. And the ECOWAS Commission has established what we call the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, where we are able to trade across the boundaries of the different countries within the ECOWAS region. So the agro-processing zone that was basically launched today in terms of groundbreaking, I believe that is a great step in the right direction for Liberia. And I want to see us exporting instead of importing almost everything we consume. Yeah.
From the end of the Commerce Ministry, you had a very big responsibilities, like because all of these things going to end up into the market. What are preparations you've made to ensure that we have a market was all of these manufactured products?
Thank you very much. I think you could not have said and asked the question in a better way. Just like I said, one of the areas of the Commerce Ministry is the issue of commercialization, making sure our products meet certain standards to be able to be traded on markets. So some of the things that we are doing on the Ministry of Commerce, under the leadership of the Minister herself, my Honorable Matthew, is that first, to invest in improving quality standards of our products. So the Liberia Standard Authority is now in an arrangement with the UNIDO through the funding support of the European Union to enhance the capacity of the Liberian Standard Authority. The whole idea is to make sure they have that capacity to be able to help Liberian businesses to meet compliance requirements. And then once you meet the compliance requirements, the market is there. This is the reason why, as part of Liberia, as part of the ECOWAS region, we have access to a market through the ECOWAS trade liberalization scheme. And then Liberia is also a member to the African Union Commission. We also have access to market through the African Continental Free Trade Area. So our businesses, the private sector actors have opportunity to leverage these platforms. So in the Ministry of Commerce, we will be inviting the press soon, and then other government officials, to the launch of what we call the African Continental Free Trade Area and National Implementation Strategy. That strategy has been produced by the Ministry of Commerce in consultation with other actors, and we will launch that because that provides an opportunity for us to leverage, continental markets.
Is there any special message you would like to send out to investors and entrepreneurs in our country, the small farmers, and all of those?
Certainly. What I want to say to smallholder farmers, the smallholder producers, small SMEs, small micro enterprises, the government is ready to ensure that they have the relevant capacity to be able to leverage different regional and continental markets as well as global markets. As I speak to you now, there's a project that is ongoing, wherein the plan is to build the productive capacity of over 250 SMEs so that they're able to produce products that can be accepted at the global level, the region, and whatever. So, the Ministry of Commerce is ready. And of course, it's not just the Ministry of Commerce, because we have to work across the divide. There are other relevant sectors, the Ministry of Agriculture, even the Ministry of Labor. And this is the reason why what we've done, there's what we call the National Trade Facilitation Committee. That committee is intended to remove all the barriers that affect trade in this nation. And the composition of that committee cuts across different sectors, include the Ministry of Agriculture. The minister will be coming to you. My minister will be sending a communication to you concerning that. It cuts across immigration. It cuts across the Liberia Revenue Authority, the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, and just name it. The Liberia Chamber of Commerce, Liberia Business Association. So that committee is actually to address some of the bottlenecks that affect trade. So at the end of the day, I think we are strategically placed to be able to support the commerce of this nation.
Would you like to restate your name and position?
Yeah, my name is Wilmot A. Reeves. I'm the Deputy Minister for Commerce, and Trade, and from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So my presence here is a representation of my minister, the Honorable Lady Ellie Dagos.
Thank you so much.
And I see Republic of Liberia. Sir, good afternoon. Welcome to this joint interview.
It's a pleasure to be here, to be in Boston, to be precise, and to be at visionary of India factory. I think it's a good thing for us and for our country to have a manufacturer of wood product that not only produces wood, also employ our people. So I'm happy to be here.
So the feelings of being here today, Ambassador.
I'm sorry?
The feelings of being here today, Ambassador.
Like I said, I'm very excited to be here on two occasions. One is the dedication of the SEC, as you know it, and to have this factory very close to the SEC. That's doing things that I think the SEC should be doing, but they're actually 2 years ahead of the SEC is a good thing.
Today you were with the Vice President and toured the plywood factory. What are your thoughts?
Well, I see a lot of opportunities for the factory, both in terms of employment. I think we can do more if we support the factory owners, because I don't think anyone can come to invest in our country with all and everything in mind. So I think if we rally around in terms of his shortcomings, I think we can elevate where he needs to be and where our country needs to be.
Thank you. Generally regarding investment, what does it mean for Liberia continent?
Well, when I was schooling in the US, we used to talk about business acquisition, right? So the big companies were acquiring the small companies. What hasn't taken hold is in Africa, where business integration should take hold. But we've done most of the heavy lifting in that we've now created the Africa Free Trade Area, which means we can have a company come into Liberia, employ our people, produce goods and services that we can export from Liberia into other African countries. And I think it's a good thing if we can encourage companies to come to Liberia, knowing that they can come to Liberia and not only have access to 5 million people, but have access to 800 million people, to 1 billion people.
Thank you. So, given your role specifically, you're going to have oversight when it comes to investment. This is the specific objective of the president. How do we intend rolling out to ensure that we don't have it limited to Grand Bassel or cut across Liberia last year?
Well, I think it's important to do a model, right? Our president talks about a vision, where he talks about road, rule of law, education, sanitation, tourism. Well, we have very good roads, right? And we have the airport and the seaport connected together. And on both sides of the road is arable land, one of which we are on, right? And we have rivers. It's Premeton River and St. John River. That's good for agri processing as well. What used to be missing was power. But we have power now with the CSLG line coming into Bassa. And our smell and taste will also have the power station there. So I think this is no mistake that we now have the agri processing zone now open in Buchanan. So I think if we can do a model, and I think it's going to work, then we can take this model and say, hey, in Nimba, we can replicate this model. In Bong, we can replicate the model. In Kimba, we can replicate the model. I think if we do this model, employ most of our young people, then we can export the same, whether it's road or agriculture or port, we can then import that to other parts of the country to employment with our people.
Finally, is there any message of hope to those investors, even though you need them in the country? What message do you give?
Well, Liberia is open for business. The NIC, we are prepared to support all businesses that come to employ our people, to give them a livelihood, young people especially. So don't waste time. Just come, and we are ready to work, and we're ready to work with all our investors.
Thank you so much.
So thank you.
Me P, producer.
Of Liberia, it's time. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia. Of Liberia, it's time. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The red on the flesh is for forever. The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was done in 1847. 11 nations of people we are known as first republic. The Lord Star shall be evermore. It's flying. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia. If my people who are over money, we humble themselves and seek my faith, I will rise and build that nation.
Everybody, this is Jay Dawala CEO, and I am so pleased to be your CEO and to bring out one of the kind of best station.
Simply as Kroma Jr., the teller at the Blue Ridge Business Center. And keep watching BCTV. Follow, like, and share everything and get more information.